Good morning. Today is Monday, January 17th, 2022. In the market news, today is the observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Both the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange will be closed. As of this recording, the gold price is at $1,815. Silver price is at $22.95. The WTI crude oil is at $84.39. Bitcoin is hovering around $42,950. And Ethereum is bouncing around $3,325. In entertainment news, Jim Carrey celebrates his 59th birthday today. James Earl Jones turns 90, Steve Harvey turns 64, and Betty White, who passed on December 31st, 2021, would have celebrated her 100th birthday. Over the weekend, the top 5 box office movies were The Kingsman, coming in at number 5 with a weekend gross of $2.3 million for a 4-week total of $28.7 million. Number 4 was The 355 with a weekend gross of $2.3 million for a 2-week total of $8.4 million. Number 3 was Sing 2 with a weekend gross of $8.2 million for a 4-week total of $119 million. Number 2 was Spider-Man No Way Home with a weekend gross of $20.7 million for a 5-week total of $699 million. And coming in at number 1 was Scream, bringing in a total of $30.6 million in its first week opening. In general news, snow and ice blast through the U.S. South with powerful winter storm. Tens of thousands of customers were without power in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. Highway patrols were reporting hundreds of vehicle accidents, and a tornado ripped through a trailer park in Florida. More than 1,200 Sunday flights at Charlotte Douglas International were canceled. That's more than 90% of the airport's Sunday schedule, according to the flight tracking service FlightAware. The worst house on the best block in San Francisco, California, sells for nearly $2 million. A decaying 122-year-old Victorian home marketed as the worst house on the best block of San Francisco was sold to a developer who paid $1.97 million in a cash offer. The realtor said this was the outcome of overbidding in an auction. One commenter joked, "It actually has a parking space. No wonder it sold for almost $2 million." Virgin Orbit successfully launches 7 satellites into orbit. A Virgin Orbit rocket released from a jet flying off of the California coast carried 7 small satellites into space on Thursday as the company kicked off a year in which it plans to ramp up the pace of launches, including 2 originating from Britain. In sports news, NBA player Kevin Durant has sprained his knee ligament with no timetable for a return. Durant has a sprained medial collateral ligament of his left knee, sidelining the NBA's leading scorer just as the Brooklyn Nets were poised to finally have a lengthy run with their big 3. And in tennis, no title defense for number 1 player Novak Djokovic, who was deported from Australia instead of starting the defense of his Australian Open title on Monday. Djokovic was on his way home to Serbia in a stunning and unprecedented end to his run of success at the Melbourne Park. And in random news, A Spider-Man comic page sells for a record $3.3 million. A single page of artwork from a 1984 Spider-Man comic book sold at auction Thursday for a record $3.36 million. Mike Zeck's artwork from page 25 from Marvel's comic Secret Wars number 8 brings the first appearance of Spidey's black suit, which eventually led to the emergence of the character Venom. That's all for today's morning news. Thanks for listening.